Now that is the simplest and the most effective format, but the least interesting. The more interesting is where you build this up bigger in your head until one day somebody pricks it and that balloon bursts and then your ass is on fire and then you run around for 2 years in depression. I would say you can do either. What's up?
मैं शंतनु चौधरी अभी 12th स्टैंडर्ड में हूँ. कल पेपर है मेरा एक्चुअली. बोर्ड चालू है.
सही जगह आए हो पढ़ने.
So I actually lost my father when I was in 8th standard and that is how my journey for self improvement started. So यही YouTube पे सब देख रहा था, मतलब बहुत सारे इन्फ्लुएंसर्स देखे, तो उधर से I started getting results. Like till now I am happy with my growth, but it's like I've hit a plateau. कि अभी मुझे लग रहा है कि आई एम नॉट ग्रोइंग मोर. एंड आई सॉ वन ऑफ योर वीडियोज वेयर यू टॉक अबाउट द 3 traps ऑफ सेल्फ इम्प्रूवमेंट एंड आई कुड रियली रिलेट टू द वन दैट सेल्फ इम्प्रूवमेंट को अपने ईगो पे मत आने दो. हाँ, और मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि वो हो रहा है मेरे साथ. लाइक वेन एवर आई सी समवन, आई मतलब लड़के क्या करते हैं, लड़की को पेडेस्टल पे रखते हैं. मेरे केस में अपोजिट है. मैं खुद को ऐसा एक, मैं ऊपर हूँ तुम लोग नीचे हो, ऐसा देखने लगा हूँ इन अ वेरी स्मॉल स्केल. लाइक ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं सबके साथ ऐसा करता हूँ और बस ऐसा बोल देता हूँ 1-2 लाइन्स कि यार तू चूतिया है, और देन आई हेल्प हिम, देन आई शेयर हिम वगैरह वगैरह. सो ऐसा है अभी.
I think coming from a place of abundance is what he meant, but okay.
मैं भी ऐसे ही था. अब मैं उल्टा हूँ, मैं क्यों तुम सब ऊपर हो. एंड इट्स ट्रू.
मुझे यही पूछना था कि व्हाट शुड आई प्रैक्टिस टू रिड्यूस दिस, लाइक प्लान ऑफ एक्शन.
The simplest thing which like yogis would tell you, all right, the simplest thing which you can do, but you might not find any joy in it simply because the nature of the activity is very boring, is to do seva. Now that is the simplest and the most effective format, but the least interesting. The more interesting is where you build this up bigger in your head until one day somebody pricks it and that balloon bursts and then your ass is on fire and then you run around for 2 years in depression. I would say you can do either. Are you getting me? But the simple fact that you have identified it is more than enough for now. Because the thing is, you will never stop identifying where else you suck. It's not like I am today in a great fucking place in life. In fact, I'm in an unhappier place. I'm not happy. I'm unhappy. Because knowing all this shit makes you realize, fuck, if I only knew it before, what more could I have done with it? Thank you, brother. What more I could have made the right decision. Fuck, I could have, not let go of the right people. Fuck this, fuck that, fuck this, fuck that. So, at least if you have identified that such is the situation, such is what is happening behind the scenes, at least you've identified it. You are in awareness of it now. So now what happens is, since you are curious at hacking yourself as a person, I can see that in you.
Yes.
That it will come to a point in time where before you trip, you'll start catching yourself in the moment of tripping. Such as if one day you're sitting with friends and you end up like acting cooler than before. That day you'll realize after going home.
Yes.
Next time you'll realize in the moment. Next time pehle se you'll be just breathing and that scene will play through in your mind. This happens with me. And me, just 3 scenes don't play, multiple scenes. So many scenes play, I can't tell you. I've been talking to Ishi for the past 1 week only in my head. Because there are a million things which I need to do, discuss, etc. 24 hours in a day is very less for me. And also I'm not taking care of myself. So my efficiency is also low. But I'm working in other areas, so it's okay, it's balancing. But yeah, this happens with self-improvement. To the point where now self-improvement, I've written another thing, I'll post it in a few days because I don't post anything, but like, I think she will take over my Instagram or something. I wrote, what did I write? What if I tell you that the biggest new escape mechanism is spirituality? It is the new cool thing. Because a lot of people are into self-improvement actually not for the sake of self-improvement. They're in the sake of self-improvement to be at the leading edge compared to other people. मैं तो मेडिटेशन चल 2 साल पहले स्टार्ट कर दिया, इनको तो अब पता चल रहा है बिकॉज नाउ सदगुरु इज ट्रेंडिंग ऑन यूट्यूब. मेडिटेशन के लिए कौन मेडिटेशन कर रहा है? मेरे पास अगर हेड स्पेस ऐप नहीं है तो मैं मेडिटेटर नहीं हूँ.
गाइड करने वाला कोई नहीं है तो
वहाँ चुकी है भाई. आज़ादी का मतलब ये क्या होता है? अपना चूतिया कटवाना बंद करना. भारत में 200 साल के बाद वही सीखा ना. हम तो अपना कटवा रहे हैं यार. 200 साल के पहले हमारा जीडीपी और हमारा नेटवर्थ पता है कितना था? वी वर वन ऑफ द रिचेस्ट नेशंस ऑन दिस प्लैनेट. टुडे वी आर वन ऑफ द पोरेस्ट वंस.
Our GDP was 25% of the world. We were the only source of diamonds.
The most exotic jewels, the most exotic foods, the most fucking luxuries of life,
Came from-
which are simple things such as haldi. These were the wealth of our nation.
But nowadays,
Today yoga booty and yoga pants. Yoga is a market today. Yoga is a science actually. But today yoga,
Lifestyle.
if you say yoga, it's a lifestyle, which means what? It's a market. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So it's phenomenal what all you'll end up discovering on this shit. But the thing is with you, na, like don't let that explorer die. Don't try to tailor it. Go fuck up, man. Make mistakes.
So what
I have once, and I told this experience, I think at some meetup also. I was the head boy in my school. We had to give the farewell to the seniors. Alright. There was a girl there who I still need to apologize to. Only I have not come across her again. I think I've told this to, I think I told this in Jaipur meetup, yeah. I'm not sure. Basically, we had to plan the farewell to the senior batch. My best friend was in the senior batch. I wanted to give him at least 2-3 prizes from all the prizes which were there. Now, I was the head boy, so I was in a leadership position, but I wasn't worth being in a leadership position. I mean, I was worth it compared to the other two who were there. But today, if I look at it, I was horrible as a leader because I was like the alpha fuck, I was doing whatever I wanted to do, anything. But what happened was that all of us, the student council, was discussing who to give best hairstyle to, who to give best this, best that. And there was one prize which I wanted to give my friend, and the others were talking about this other guy who's like a very popular guy from that senior batch. My best friend wasn't like the most popular guy. So when there was a debate happening on this, I shouted at the top of my voice, and there were these girls who were my friends when we were younger. They were also prefects, and they were suggesting that guy's name, and I just shouted that it has to be this guy, and that's it. Now that is a place where I established through my actions my thinking process that I am more superior than all of you, because either I hold a higher position or that I know something better. I know my friend didn't deserve it. I knew later also, even when he got it, to the point where, because he also told me, and we were in school, he told me, you make sure, I get as many prizes, because he was in that phase of his life trying to impress all girls and, stuff like that. So he thought usko prizes wise milenge, so he'll be, more desirable or like, I don't know what. But when he was walking up to the stage, truth doesn't get hidden. People also knew it didn't fit, so there was no applause. His walk was also not a walk of pride. His walk was, he knew that, this had happened because of me. And when I was seeing that from standing up there, I was like, man, what a choot I am. But at that time, for many years, I would have never had guts to go to that girl and say, sorry, what I did on that particular day was wrong. So let this happen to you also. Feel shame. Right now you feel pride, no?
Yes.
Feel the opposite end also. You will enjoy. But it's good you identify. What else? So you are feeling very hot.